Hey folks, it's Dr. Lipi Roy, and welcome to Mental Health Monday. Today, I'm going to talk about global superstar Selena Gomez, who just last week revealed that she hasn't been on the internet in 4.5 years. I also just wrote an article in Forbes about this specific case, so please read it just to get some more background information. Selena Gomez said that disconnecting from the internet, including social media, has made a huge difference for her personally, mentally, and emotionally. In an interview with Good Morning America, she said, quote, "It has changed my life completely. I am happier, I'm more present, I connect more with people. It makes me feel normal," end quote. And who doesn't want to feel normal? Mental well-being clearly seems to be a labor of love for Selena Gomez, who has teamed up with her mother, Mandy Teffy, and entrepreneur Daniela Pearson to launch a new mental health platform called Wondermind. It's free, full of expert advice, and accessible to all. I personally haven't tried it, but I will. And accessibility is key because mental health care, unfortunately, is not always covered by insurance, and it's still highly stigmatized. So for those reasons, I am deeply grateful to Selena Gomez and her team for creating this much needed resource for mental well-being. I also take care of many patients who experience both mental illness and substance use disorders or addiction, which affects the brain. So I want to talk about the harms of social media, which stimulates the brain's reward center or reward pathway by releasing the pleasure neurotransmitter dopamine, which is associated with feel-good activities like food, sex, and drinking alcohol. Social media is reinforcing by nature. Because they're designed to be addictive, these platforms are associated with increased rates of depression, anxiety, and physical symptoms. Social media's destructive impact on girls is particularly alarming. And it's not a new phenomenon. Selena Gomez, now 29 years old, has been in the spotlight since she was a little girl, starring in Barney and Friends at age 10, then later on Disney Channel's Hannah Montana, then signing a record contract at age 16, touring the world, doing movies, launching business ventures in fashion and cosmetics, including rare beauty. And at the risk of stating the obvious, that is not a normal life. And Selena is the first to acknowledge this. Social media in many ways worsened her sense of self-perception. In 2016, she was labeled the Queen of Instagram, having the most followers in the world at the time. And today she says, quote, "At one point, Instagram became my whole world, and it was really dangerous. In my early 20s, I felt like I wasn't pretty enough. And there was, end quote, and there was so much, quote, unnecessary hate and comparisons, which went away once I put my phone down." Today, among the platforms Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Selena has about 500 million followers. Likely not unique followers, as there's a lot of overlap. But boy, that's a lot of people. Strangers commenting, judging, criticizing. A study in the medical journal, published in the medical journal Lancet, Child and Adolescent Health, showed that social media impacts girls differently than boys. Girls who frequently use social media are adversely affected mostly by cyberbullying, followed by poor sleep and lack of exercise. Girls also tend to be more susceptible than boys to mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety, irrespective of screen time. Girls also experience more cyberbullying than boys and may be uniquely troubled by negative comments about their appearances and comparisons with others. Another key point to remember is that young people are particularly at risk from the harms of social media. A young child or teenager's brain is still developing and forming critical neural networks. The prefrontal cortex, this front part of the brain, which is responsible for executive decision making, is the rational part of the brain, and it's not fully developed until we're in our mid 20s. So teenagers instead process information with the amygdala, which is the emotional part of the brain. And look, social media really isn't all that bad. For all of its faults, it does have many positives and positive aspects, like bringing people together from all walks of life who otherwise would never have really connected. Social justice movements like hashtag Me Too, hashtag Time's Up, hashtag He for She, hashtag This Is Our Lane were propelled because of social media. Fundraising efforts like Stand Up for Ukraine and Just Giving galvanized virtual communities. And personally, have met amazing people, doctors, nurses, psychologists, people in media, entertainment, people from all sectors, races, and countries. So, how can you connect by disconnecting? Unlike Selena Gomez, you do not need to have an entire social media and public relations team to manage your computer time in order to improve your mental and physical health. We can all take small and effective steps to feel connected in a healthier way. If you're a parent, monitor and limit screen time for your young children and teens whose developing brains are susceptible to the environmental harms of phones and devices. And the key message for young people, all people, but young people in particular, get enough sleep, at least 7 to 9 hours a night. Maintain connections with your friends in real life. And physical activity benefits both mental and physical well being. Go for a walk, go outside, get fresh air, walk up and down stairs. You don't need to run a marathon to get the benefits of physical activity. And I want to leave with one lasting quote from Selena, which really resonated with me. She said, "If I'm known for anything, I hope it's simply how I care about people." Folks, I genuinely care about all of you. So let's all take care of ourselves and those around us. Thank you for listening. Tune in for Women's Health Wednesday, this Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. April is Sexual Assault Awareness and Prevention Month. You're not going to want to miss this episode. And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of this really, I hope, exciting and helpful health content. And follow me on Instagram at Health Humor Harmony Dr. Roy. Be well. I'll see you soon.